Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tyler Day. I'm the co-founder of OptimizeToConvert.com. Optimize to Convert is all about affiliate marketing. You know, me and my brother Peter were in the trenches every day doing affiliate marketing, running paid traffic campaigns, and we come to you on the channel here every day to help provide some insight and help you a little bit along the way. Okay, so today what we're going to be talking about is AdWords versus Facebook ads. So Facebook ads to me is more so my bread and butter, but Peter and I have also spent 7 figures on AdWords. So, you know, this month Peter and I were talking about really ramping up our efforts on Google search to basically get some additional juice out of some campaigns that we're currently running on Facebook. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about basically the differences and some of the nuances between running Facebook traffic and running search traffic. So we're specifically going to be talking about, you know, search traffic here. There's a whole bunch of other areas involved with AdWords. I mean, even YouTube ads are a part of Google now, but you know, you could be running display ads, you could be running video ads on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking specifically about search ads, since that's, you know, the specific area that we've spent 7 figures on, running traffic to affiliate offers. So, you know, Facebook is a beast, and Facebook is a huge traffic source. You know, really the lion's share of our 8-figure affiliate revenue has all come from Facebook, but AdWords can definitely be good. And you know, search traffic really can be a lot more consistent, and if you can get a campaign running on AdWords, generally speaking, it can be a much more long-term and stable campaign versus Facebook. Things can be kind of up and down all the time, right? So when it comes down to AdWords traffic, the main thing that you need to understand is that you're bidding on specific keywords. So unlike Facebook, where you're just, you know, bidding on certain audiences, or, you know, you're just letting Facebook do the bidding for you and basically, you know, auto bidding, quote unquote. You know, with AdWords, everything's very manual. So when it comes down to running campaigns on AdWords, you know, basically it comes down to just, you know, really having, you know, a lot of keywords that will add up to a significant amount of traffic. You know, unless you're going to be like one of the top bidders with a certain keyword, you know, like let's say that you're doing car insurance, you know, unless you're going to be spending like $5 a click, you're not really going to have much of a shot on getting traffic from some mainstream kind of keywords on AdWords, unless you basically do a high volume of basically less competitive keywords. And we have some tricks up our sleeve as far as how we gather lists of a few thousand keywords on AdWords that are a little bit less competitive, that, you know, we can bring in more traffic for a lower cost. Okay, so the difference on Facebook is that it's not so cut and dry. And you know, with Facebook, really the competition comes down to your ad creative. And if you can have a better ad creative than your competitor, then you can outcompete them in the auction. And you know, that's what I like so much about Facebook, is that, you know, it really puts the power in the marketer's hand as far as just really being a good marketer. And, you know, if you can get an ad that's really good and has really high engagement, then you're going to outcompete even a big brand that has a more kind of cut and dry ad. You know, your costs will be better than theirs, and you'll be able to scale, you know, even more, right? In theory, right? So this is why Facebook is a very good traffic source for affiliates, because, you know, affiliates are notoriously good at coming up with very, very catchy ad creatives. You know, it's more likely that, you know, a higher converting ad is going to come from an individual affiliate than some, you know, guy wearing a suit and tie in the marketing department of, you know, some company, right? You know, the trade-off though is that the bigger brands, even if their ad creative isn't quite as good, they generally have a lot more money to spend on the ad creatives. Okay, so it's not a perfect situation, but basically, you know, Facebook ads are very good for affiliates, and there's a whole ton of scaling potential if you can really dial in a solid ad creative on Facebook. You know, but AdWords traffic is something that, we're thinking about more and more every day here because of the stability. Once you get something working on AdWords and once you have your bids on specific keywords dialed in, then essentially you can just kind of let the campaign ride and not have to worry about it too much. So when we were first getting successful with affiliate marketing back in 2015, we relied pretty heavily on AdWords for just our consistency. Around 2016, 2017, we made a full switch over to 100% Facebook traffic. And now we're just starting to kind of move back into, launching campaigns on search traffic. But, the best thing about AdWords, like I said, is just the consistent nature of the traffic. So, if you're looking for sort of a good balance, then, maybe consider running both Facebook traffic and search traffic to sort of diversify a little bit and sort of hedge your bets. Chances are if you have an offer that's performing well for you on Facebook, that offer could also work on search traffic, okay? So let's talk about, a little bit of a trick that you can use on search traffic as far as, how to actually get a lot of volume without using, massive bids, like spending $5 per click, not even doing too much work either. So the trick to getting a lot of volume on AdWords is basically using a tool, a competitive research tool, to basically download lists of thousands of different keywords that you can target. And, instead of all your traffic coming from like one major keyword, like something like car insurance, for example, you could be getting a lot of traffic from what are called long tail keywords. So a long tail keyword is basically a longer keyword. So, instead of just the word car insurance, the keyword could be, how to reduce your car insurance rate or something like that. That whole phrase could become your keyword. And generally speaking, there's less competition on long tail keywords than there are short tail keywords, which are basically, 2-3 word keywords, right? So the tool that we use for competitive intelligence on AdWords is a tool called Espionage, okay? And Espionage is basically a tool that you can use to, search out what your competitors are doing and, basically download lists, Excel files of like thousands of different keywords, okay? So this tool is super helpful. You can basically just type in a keyword or, use some of their other search features to basically do all the work for you as far as putting together your keyword list. And then all you need to do is basically, spend money on those keywords and tell which keywords are going to be good and which keywords are going to be bad. Granted, this strategy does take a lot of money because, let's say that you spend, you get 2,000 keywords. Well, you're going to need to spend, a significant amount of money to, kill off keywords that aren't performing for you and sort of optimize the campaign. You'd probably be looking at least a several $1,000 testing budget in order to get a campaign, even remotely break even or profitable. So, it shouldn't be viewed as something that is cheap to do, but, by using long tail keywords, you're able to get really, really solid amounts of traffic for a pretty, reasonable cost, right? So AdWords is great, but, to me, I still think that Facebook is the number one traffic source for affiliates because it's really the only traffic source where I think that you could, have a hope of getting profitable with under $1,000 of ad spend or even under $500 of ad spend if you're lucky, right? So, Facebook to me is the holy grail of affiliate traffic sources because, the targeting is crazy, the scaling potential is crazy, the way that the auction works where, even if you have a good creative, you can outcompete somebody else that, may even be a big brand in the space. That kind of stuff is just unparalleled, right? So anyways, guys, those are the main nuances behind Facebook and AdWords traffic. So to summarize, AdWords traffic is a little bit more expensive, but if you're willing to spend a few $1,000s to, dial in your ads, then it could potentially be a long-term campaign. Facebook, a little bit easier for affiliates to get profitable on. The competition isn't quite as fierce as AdWords, but it still has its trade-offs with, a little bit less consistency and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, guys, we might be working on putting together some AdWords or search training later this year, but in the meantime, if you're looking to learn more about Facebook ads, which has been our main bread and butter that has produced this 8 figures in affiliate revenue, go ahead and check out our site, optimizetoconvert.com, and go ahead and head over to the products tab, and you'll see some of our product offerings there. So the first product offering is basically a case study of a successful affiliate campaign that we ran on Facebook. You could get access to one of these for only $7, and we have a couple of them. So go ahead and click this link, and you'll be able to access the case studies. Okay, the next course here is the Social Lead Gen Blueprint, and this is a great course for anyone that's just getting started with Facebook ads, where I'll basically just show you everything to do from A to Z as far as, getting your account set up, to testing, to scaling campaigns. I even show you some testing strategies that you can do on a low budget. So, this is a great course for somebody that wants to learn more about running Facebook ads. And then, of course, we have our day in the office package for a virtual day in the office with one-on-one coaching with me. And, in this package, I'll basically be holding your hand and leading you through the setup of profitable ad campaigns and showing you exactly what to do. If you're a beginner, then I'll be able to take you to an expert level with this one-on-one coaching. And if you're an expert, then I'll be able to take your skill even to a whole nother level. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.